but maybe we can do better than worse.
Are you anticipating seeing like a lot of freaky things come out of China?
Yes.
Whoa. You said that very quick.
Yeah, no, it's true. I spend a lot of time in China. And this, it's a different. I mean, the thing with China has this great ancient civilization, but they destroyed their own civilization in the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution. They burned their books. They smashed their own historic relics. And so it's a society in many ways that's starting from scratch. And so all of these norms that people inherit through their traditions, China in many ways doesn't have. And so it's a very different, and China is growing. I mean, they are increasingly powerful, and China is going to be a major force defining the world of the 21st century. That's why America has to get its act together.
That's a hard concept for us to grasp when we think about the fact that they had the Great Wall, they have so much ancient art and architecture. Yeah. We just assume they're a really old culture.
They are, but they wiped it out.
That's so crazy. That's
why if you want
to
see great Chinese art, you have to go to Taiwan, because when the Chinese nationalists left in 1949, when they lost, as they were losing the Civil War, they took the treasures and they put them in the National Museum of Taiwan. In the Cultural Revolution, the Great Leap Forward, China, the Red Guards were just smashing all of their own stuff, their own ancient history. And now the Chinese Communist Party is saying, oh no, we're going back and we have this great 5,000-year-old culture. And in some ways it's true, but in some ways it's like an adolescent culture without these kinds of restrictions that other societies have.
That's such a unique perspective that I haven't heard before. And it makes so much sense in terms of like how frantic they are at restructuring their world.
Yeah. And they feel that they got screwed over because there is this sense of Chinese greatness. When you hear the word Middle Kingdom, it's like China's the center of the world and everybody else is some kind of tributary. And so they're monumentally pissed off that these colonial powers came and overpowered them, and they had to make all these concessions. They had to give land away, and hell-bent on regaining it.
They're playing the long game.
They are playing a long game, and we have to be mindful of it.
That's also something you can do if you have complete control of your population. You don't have to worry about people's opinions, or you can just go in the direction that you feel is going to benefit the Chinese power, the power that be.
Well, this is a country run by engineers. We're a country run largely by lawyers and reality TV people, I guess.
Yeah.
But in China, it's run by engineers. So there are all these problems, and the answer is always engineering. So if you have a population problem, the answer is the one-child policy. Environmental problem, you have Three Gorges Dam. You don't have water in the north of China. You build this massive, biggest water project in the world from south to north. You want to win in the Olympics, you engineer your population, you take kids away from their families and put them in their Olympic sports school. So I write about this in Genesis Code. If you're China and you kind of have this Plato's Republic model of the world, and we're going to kind of identify the genetic, or maybe manipulate these genetic superstars to be our greatest scientists and mathematicians and business leaders and political leaders, like there's a model that you can imagine for how to do it.
Wow. It makes you really nervous.
It should. Yes. That's the thing. No, it's like, that's why, like, I just feel like with this country, we don't have time to have all these distractions. We're focusing on junk.
Like what?
Just like all of this. I'm on CNN all the time when I'm home in New York, and I always say, like, you guys, and I'm talking about kind of geopolitical issues, China and North Korea. What I always say is, like, you guys recognize this is porn. Like CNN and MSNBC, that's like one kind of porn, and Fox and whomever else, InfoWars, that's another kind of porn. But it's all porn. And we're drawing people's attention to these few stories. But there's these big stories that we have to focus on. And certainly the rise of China is such an essential story for the 21st century, because China is competing in all of these technologies. And China, it's like go, go, go. I mean, people in China who are involved in the tech world, when they go and visit Silicon Valley, uniformly they say, we cannot believe these people are so lazy. Like, why are they not working 24 hours a day? Why are they not issuing new products every week? And so this is, I mean, they are racing somewhere, and it's going to have huge implications for the world. And so if we believe in our values, as I believe we should, we have to fight for them. And the place that we have to fight for them first is here. And we can't, it's just like every day that we're just focusing on this drama, this reality TV drama of our government is another day where we're not focusing on the big things. How are we going to get our act together? How are we going to lead the world in technology? I mean, if another example is